Vanakkam, how are you all doing? It's been a really long time that I did not come online. I did not make any videos. Quite a bit of things are happening in my life. Definitely a lot of you already started mailing me if I'm alright and everything like that. Thanks for your love a lot that you care for me. It makes me really overwhelmed with reading all those mails. So thanks for that. Definitely, I know you guys are very much eager what happened to me for the past 3 months. I will do a video definitely. I will try to link down below what had happened to me. That's going to be in a different playlist that's on my personal story and stuff like that. So without further ado, Thaipusam is around the corner. I know a lot of I did also read a comment a person who wanted to know about Arujula Darsanam. Definitely I'm doing a video on that too. But for now, since Thaipusam is around the corner, I was wondering we would share or we would look into Thaipusam a bit. So without further ado, let's start with Thaipusam. Okay, Thaipusam is very easy festival. It's a libation festival. It's happening on Thai Madam, Pusa Natchatram, on the month of Thai. In Pusa Natchatram basically marks a date. So that's when Thaipusam is being celebrated, and Thaipusam is based on Lord Murugan. All of us know all these Tannir, Malay, Palani. Wherever there's a hill and there's a Murugan, that's going to be a hot spot for Thaipusam. And we already seen in the previous video that Murugan is nobody else. He's none other than the Supreme Being itself. Murugan also are the 4 primary forms that the Supreme Being manifests. According to Saivism, which is Lord Murugan, Ganesha, Lord Shiva, and Lord Umayal. So he's one of those 4. So we are just celebrating libation prayers. So let's see what is libation prayers. Libation or Abhishekam, right? Thirumanjana Vila, right? That is Thaipusam also. It is also Thaipusam. That's what we do for Thaipusam basically. We bring libation materials and pour it on the deity, basically Lord Murugan, and seek for his blessings. So during the ancient time, people brought a lot of things. Basically, Tamils are from the South India, so basically they were farmers, so they brought milk, they brought flowers, or you can even bring anything which comes from the field. Basically, they even brought sugarcane water, they brought coconut water, many more, like honey, a lot more, like sandalwood mix and all those stuff as liquid. I mean, whatever liquid they brought, and they showed their thankfulness to God for so many reasons, because we have good life. He is the only reason behind our existence. He is the answer for the real purpose of our birth and all those sort of things. So we thank him for we basically thank him for those reasons. So people, because whatever you afford to bring to him, we bring it as thanksgiving to him. So other than that, people bring this to the like, for example, scientifically, if you want to know, it is also good for our health, because if you look at raw milk, come on, I live in city, I don't milk a cow, or I have never drink fresh milk like that, right from the cow. So if you take the milk and if you drink it, you'll get really sick on your tummy, because it's very highly it contains bacteria which makes your tummy sick. But what happens is, because our temples were built scientifically, they have the colorsome. That's a different whole new big lot of topic, but we're gonna just scratch a bit to know what's about our temples. Definitely I'll do a video on that in detail. So what happens is, in this temple we have Kalasam, which was made out of gold, and then we have the deity, which was made out of Karangal granite, I believe, and then we also put a lot of gemstones and the yantras and everything below the deity, and we do Abhishekam. So what happens is, when you pour the fresh milk onto it, and once it goes on top of the deity, and when you get it, the Ayar brings you as tirtham, and if you can directly drink it and it will not hurt your tummy. So basically, it is proven, that scientifically proven, that there is a lot of energies on this figure, so we can get the energy transferred into our body. So last time people brought a lot of offering to God and they used it in their daily life. Since we are really hectic, we mark one day for Thaipusam and we just go and show our thankfulness and then we'll come back. So that's about Thaipusam, the libation festival, right? Okay, little bit further to think on that. Okay, whatever we give, do you think that God actually drinks your milk? I don't think so. Because even in Devaram they say Sendradaya Tiruvudayane, Sendradaya Tiruvudayane, which means like whatever we give, he will never receive it. It's just for us to show our thankfulness to him. So Manika Vaskar also quotes in a song that he says, Tandadu Untannai Kondadu Yentannai. You have given yourself to me as a guidance, and you have taken me to just bless me, right? Andamila Anandam Petren. I got the bliss, the spiritual bliss in me. Yadu ni petradu ondru enpar. What did you get from me? What can I give as return to what all you have done? We have learned that we have ignorance, and to get rid of this ignorance, God creates this whole wide world for us. He have given us so much for our benefit, but what can we give to God? That's what he says through this song, and many other songs also marks the same fact. So that is how I'm pinning back to the main concept of Thaipusam. On this festival, we go to temple and we pray to God and we just show our thankfulness. Okay, let's a bit think about the Purana, what the Purana has to say. As usual, every festival comes with a Purana. So Thaipusam comes with a Purana based on Mr. Idumban. Idumban is a devotee, Lord Muruga's devotee. Basically, he brings up this libation material, basically milk and water. He puts on a pail or pot. I don't know. That was ancient time. I don't know how what container did he use. But somehow he brought this up on the hill to pray to Lord Muruga. But since every morning he was hiking on the hill, he found it a little difficult. So he used scratches that is Kavatai Kambu in Tamil. So he hangs all his materials there and he used it to bring these libation materials up on hill. So looking at his dedication, God decided to bless him, and one day he appeared in front of him and asked, what do you want? You have seen in the movies, right? Kanna கண்ணை திறந்திடு உனக்கு என்ன வரம் வேண்டும் இந்த மாதிரி, right? Basically he asked this kind of he wanted to know what he wants, and he said he wants to basically get God's blessings and continue his spiritual life out of this world and all those stuff, his journey of soul's journey. And he also asked for us, thinking of us. He said that on this wonderful day, which was in the month of Thaipusam Natchatram, marking that date, whoever pleads for your grace and who surrenders their self to you, you should bless them. So that was the Purana, very short Purana, and that's how Idumban finishes his story. So remembering this day, we made it as a festival, and we do this every single year. So that's about Thaipusam. Now let's look at how Thaipusam is celebrated. And nowadays I really want to do my comedian stuff, but I don't want to do it this time because it's Thaipusam. Let's be a little more disciplined. So this time of the year, everybody talk about Venduthalai Nerthikadan. I bet you guys already heard of this Venduthalai Nerthikadan. It's very famous. Everybody would have a wish, and they want to do some offering to God and all those sort of thing. Let's see some examples of it. Students, they would want 10 A's in exams, so they would say, God, if you give me 10 A's, I would give you a pot of milk. And some girls, boys, late marriage, you can't find a girlfriend, people go to Lord Muruga and say, God, Muruga, you should give me bride and groom. If you give me, I would bald my head, or I would shave off my hair, stuff like that. And then little bit of violent side, they would say like, okay, I need this, I need that, very much materialistic, money, whatever not, I want this to happen this way, if this happens that way, I would poke 108 wool on their body and all, puncture my skin with the veil and all those sort of things. These are all Venduthalai that people do. It comes in various form, people do Venduthalai for so many reasons. So that happens on Thaipusam also. So we should think about everything that we do in prayers. We should try to rationalize it through Saivism. So what does Saivism says about Venduthalai? It says that Venduthalai is not said in Saivism, because Tirunavukarathar, if I'm not mistaken, he quotes that வேண்டத்தக்கது அறிவோய் நீ வேண்ட முழுதும் தருவோய் நீ, which means like God, whatever I should ask for, you already know it, and whatever I need, you will definitely give me. I have no need to ask and negotiate and all those stuff to you. He says that in his hymns, right? They were hymns. So he says that. Thus we can know that Saivism does not practice வேண்டுதலை, and whatever கைமாறு செய்ய வல்லேன் அல்லேன், Manikavasakar says in his Tiruvasakam, where whatever God gives us, like for example, let's think about this. Okay, God, I ask God, Lord Muruga, I'm going to give you 108 coconuts. I will break 108 coconuts, so you should give me what? A good husband. Okay, yeah, I got a good husband by next year. I am breaking 108 coconuts. Done. So how am I supposed to thank God for giving me good years? How am I going to have I thanked Lord Murugar for giving me wonderful parents? If you want to give, if you want to negotiate with God, if you give this, I would give you that. Then this whole life we owe him. So how are we supposed to pay him back? That's why the saints usually say that we can never pay back God for what he have already given us, so that contradicts. So on this day we don't need to actually bring kavadi and puncture our skin and do veduthala and everything. If you really want to offer something to God, offer your love, bring some milk, pour it in any temple around the world. It's not only in Battumalai or Tannirmalai or Kallumalai. Every temple there is God, and you can do Abhishekam on them as well. So that's how people are celebrating, how people are looking at Thaipusam nowadays. Now let's look at what's happening in Thaipusam. That's like even more important. Now people are giving much more importance to kavadi and all those puncturing stunt sort of actions and all. Guys, if you guys are out of Malaysia, please come visit Malaysia. I bet there is like thousands of tourists are hitting Malaysia on this festive time, because it's a really it's a carnival. It's not even anymore a spiritual festival. You should come and look at it. It's alright, we all learn. So let's learn. So kavadi, if you look at kavadis in Malaysia currently, how Thaipusam has deviated from its primary purpose, you can see that pretty much all the steel, iron bar suppliers will run out of steels and iron on this month, because you can see people building like skyscraper kavadis with full of Murugar's banner with peacock feather, and even people can't carry it. They would have their spine support belt on it, and they'll be like carrying the kavadis up on to Murugar. Basically, let's take example of Battumalai, they will go up on the hill. But guys, we have to think of the purpose of this kavadi. This kavadi was the next level of this kavate kamba idumban used, which was crutches to bring up the libation material up on hill. Not really building some steel truss sort of big gigantic figures, and you're going to carry that sort of machines up on the hill, because the purpose of kavadi is to bring libation materials. But if you look at the kavadis now, even the poking stuff with the small tiny sombas and all, they are made of alankara sombas. That's not even 1 ounce of milk on it, or like 1 ounce of water on it. So the purpose have deviated. It's not anymore the libation materials, but your steel truss. The second thing, that people dress up as some Sirudevams like Kali, Dato Sami and Kuan Yin, everything. Come on, let's spin back to our purpose. If you are supposed to bring libation materials to God as offering, so how does this Kali supposed to be offering to God? Kills the purpose. How does Lord Shiva can just go and jump on Murugar and become a libation material? No, defeats the purpose again. Thus it clearly shows that we have deviated from the initial purpose. And also people bring big swords, they bring a chigar, they smoke chigar, they bring iron chains, and they also bring a whip. Can you offer whip to Lord Muruga? No, I don't think so. And even if you think you are the deity like the small deities or entities, I would call them. If you think you are Kali as entity and all those stuff, you are getting trance and you're going, I bet because Lord Muruga is supreme being. These people should be much under control, not really showing off their whatever performance and all those stuff. That totally deviates from the initial idea of Thaipusam. Next, we are moving on to the entertainment. Guys, Thaipusam is not a carnival. We do it as well, but it's wrong, because we can have fun fair, we can have sales. That's why we have what we have convention centers, and we have so much of sales and everything like that. Again, Thaipusam is a spiritual event, so we cannot go there and have fun fairs, where you have the wheel going on. You can't have flying carpets going on and everything like that. Or you cannot also go shopping, buy clothes, having best sales there and everything like that. And also you can see people having wonderful food fiesta. It's not the place for that. And we should understand one thing, my very last point, that we are distracting people. Even if you are dressing the most prettiest, gorgeous person on planet of Earth and you're going to Thaipusam, that's wrong, because in Saivism it says that even we go to temple, we should not distract a single person there. They are trying to focus their mind on God and trying to pray, and we can never ever distract them. It's not you wearing obvious or revealing clothes actually can distract a person. Even if you are dressed so well, definitely if you are a guy, definitely you want to see a girl who's pretty. And if you're a girl, definitely girl, you are checking out if the guy is hot. So let's not do that. We can have our fancy dressing and all the stuff in so many other places, not there. That's not even about dress code. That's how we should present ourselves in these kind of festivals. Other than that, even our actions, if you look at actions, even when we take kavadi, if you can definitely walk on the knife and all the stuff, whip yourself and everything like that, but we should understand that by doing these actions, you are actually distracting people who are really dedicatedly want to be there for prayers. We should understand that. And you distracting a person who is wanting to prayer is said as Tirukovil Kutram in our Saivism, which you will only get so much of bad stuff happening to you in your life. Adu namakku துன்பத்தை கொண்டு வரும். I bet you understand what I said. So that's not also a proper thing to do during Thaipusam. And lastly, food. Guys, I have no need to tell about this. You know why? Because all of us have done this. Thaipusam people give so much of food, and we just take like 10 packs of it, try tasting one, you don't like it, throw it, and we go to the next one. We do comments on which one was the best food, Tanir Pandal and all this stuff. You go there and you talk with so many youngsters there, partying and stuff like that. That's not the way how we should celebrate Thaipusam. Again guys, Thaipusam, Saivism says Thaipusam as a very serious festival. Even Jnana Sambandar sings Thaipusam Kanade Podiyo Pupavai. He says that Thaipusam is such a important festival that everybody should go and join it, try to focus our mind and pay attention to God and show our thankfulness for for Him creating this entire whole wide world to make us understand the purpose of life, for us to have good hands, good eyes, good face, pretty, dark, fair, whatever not. No matter, everybody in this world will have one good reason where they will say God have helped me through this. So let's thank God for this wonderful celebration. Remind ourselves that God is much bigger than us. He is the supreme being, and let's celebrate Thaipusam, guys. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.